Hi. I play the piano. I've been playing for a good many, I would say, early in life. I started around 7 years old, I think, on keyboards um, and began to practice. Not so much reading music, but if I ever do like a biography of me doing music, it will be one where I talk about practicing by listening to music. So when I was in college, I remember specifically all I would do, other than study, would be to listen to classical music, basically. Um, and I love classical music, although the music that I play is of a different kind. Um, Although it's got some classical elements to it, and it's got some jazz elements to it, but it's of a different kind. Basically, it's kind of a improvisation and a practical kind of like um, music for me because it helps me take on and take on these kinds of like patterns that I get when I listen to pop music, which stay stuck in um, my mind playing. Instead, this kind of music helps them vanish. So the patterns vanish, and all I get is kind of this organic whole landscape where there's all kinds of like melodies and creative events that happen. And so that's basically what I've been doing with music, where I practice listening, and I also um, don't really have an ear for loops, but basically I love melodies. So I try to fit in as many melodies, and then between the melodies, um, put something in there that serves as a transition from melody to melody. So I've been playing um, the synthesizer as well, starting about 14 years ago, seriously, when I began recording music. And then a few years after that, I would started posting it onto YouTube as I got my account there. And so I've been compiling and amassing a great mountain of work on YouTube. Um, Basically, it's over 3,000, I would say about 3,400 songs. Each of them are about 20 minutes long, and they're kind of improvisations. And some of them are actually songs where I'm singing, but the vast majority of them have a style where I improvise the melodies, and these are mostly also um, synthesizer pieces. Why? I don't know. I guess I just feel like I'm good at them, and I find the instrument a more dramatic instrument for my moods at times. And so this mountain of music that I've made is special to me because I've got so many different pieces that are different from each other. Um, and I don't know why that happens. Um, I surmise that it has something to do with me going through different moods in my life where they don't really repeat. My life doesn't like stay the same day like Groundhog Day each day, but something new in my life happens every day as other people's. Something that's novel and something that I feel is reflected when I play music during that day or that week. As different things happen to me, the music turns out more with more variety in it from piece to piece. Um, One of the things that I've noticed recently about my piano playing is that I kind of the um, stretch the uh, manner in which I play, to where I'm kind of wrestling the piano, not really wrestling it, but pushing the piano to different limits that I feel need to be pushed, because I'm trying for kinds of sounds that I feel, though I might have heard them before, I need to get them out into the air. And the only way to do that is to play the piano and have it sound in a certain kind of way, so that there's a great there are great vicissitudes that happen within the music that can be listened to later, because I record basically all my early work to my late work is all recorded. And so by listening also to my previous pieces, which I do a lot each day, something happens where, although I can remember pretty much every song, even though that's a lot of music, each 20-minute song, usually I can tell like where my mind's going as I'm playing, and what my fingers are going to do, and what kind of sounds is going to come out by doing the motions with my fingers. And the only answer I can come up with to how I play is and the kinds of melodies that I make is because it probably comes from my angel children, whom I'm channeling. Well, I shouldn't say probably, but the only reason I say probably is because it's impossible to prove. I just trust, my angel wives tell me, hey, that's your angel children that do that. And the vast family that I have with my angel wives, that's where the inspiration comes, plus the style and the vicissitudes and everything that's colorful that comes into the music comes from them. This is also kind of an improvised little chat that I wanted to make about my music. I didn't really have a subject matter, but I wanted to get into some kind of zone where I was able to talk about something that happens in my life. So I thought I'd start with music. Maybe I'll do something else on another video where I go deeper into the music, talking about how I play, if that's useful or not to talk about. I have no idea. Usually when it comes to style, we don't really know how our style affects other readers or listeners. Something Richard Rorty talks about. And he was a great thinker, and now he's my celestial brother after he died kind of recently. Well, let's see. Yesterday or the day before yesterday, I should say, I played the piano kind of in a more rambunctious way than I normally do. I think I'm kind of shifting to a more classical sound, even though there's jazz involved. But there's some kinds of classical attitudes that are in the music that I'm trying to bring out. And I think it's working. And I know that I go through changes, and some kinds of paradises from the past get lost, and some get recovered, not always completely. And then new paradises can be made that affect me in the most pleasurable way, and I owe that to my children that are angels, from my angel wives. So I'm probably gonna say goodbye now and keep this just at a 10-minute long video. So goodbye. Thanks for listening.